the channel. If you are new here, you are welcome. OGs, welcome back. For the ladies, if you are on a healing journey, you know it's not going to be easy. You are going to change your circles. You're going to stop talking to people. You're going to get quiet. Your friends are going to be asking you where you've been. Why aren't you posting? All of these things. But they don't know that you have long nights by yourself, reading, writing, crying, praying, breaking down. But whenever you see them, you have a smile on your face. But when you go back home, it's like you're going through, it's like you're shedding this skin. Guys, trust me, I've been there. I know, right? I'm probably still healing, because do you ever really not heal? I don't know. Like, you do heal, but there's always something that you just need to just shake off, right? Sometimes we go back and forth. You feel bad for people. You feel like you're hurting people when you have to remove people out of your life. But guys, let it go. This is your time to choose you. And with that, guys, I put together a compilation of videos from different women giving their points of views, sharing their healing. Some are crying, some are praying. But I believe this collection of videos here, guys, it's very, very beautiful. And I hope you watch it to the end. All right, guys, I'll see you on the flip side.
Just because it doesn't hurt anymore doesn't mean that you've healed. It's very important to look at the after signs, how you interact with other people. Do you restrain yourself from getting to know other people? When you're around somebody that reminds you of that person or place, or topic or situation, do you feel triggered? There was a situation that happened to me not too long ago. This situation hurt me the most. I was smart enough to know you have to give things time for you to move on from things, right? I moved on physically, but I knew there was people that kept reminding me and putting me in the same positions that I was in when I was dealing with these people. I thought I was doing the right thing by just letting time do its thing, but my heart shouldn't have been dropping as deep and hard as it was when I was dealing in this situation. So peep it, I have an avoidant attachment style. I don't want to see you. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to see anybody you're associated with. I don't want anything to do with you or your person or what your favorite food is. That, my friends, is me avoiding that person and me avoiding healing. You cannot heal if you do not face what you are running from or what you're scared of, or what brings you that trauma. You have to learn how to live with it, not coexist with it. I understand that it's gonna bring you to tears. I understand that it's been months of you feeling like this, but it's not gonna get better until you see it for yourself. What I was seeing and that what I was dealing with, that nobody knew I was dealing with, no one knew they were hurting me from it by talking about it. What I was dealing with held power over me, but I gave it even more power because of the way I would shun myself from seeing it or being around it. So it impacted me a billion times harder than what it should have. Have y'all ever seen that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward would never eat the Krabby Patties? He spent all his time crapping on them Krabby Patties and crapping on everybody who ate them. And he went this long without eating them until that one time he tasted one and he went crazy. He just, That's how I was. That's how it is when you avoid your pain. It feels good avoiding it, just like it felt good for Squidward to talk crap about all them people. And then Squidward tasted the Krabby Patty, and then I would see what I saw, and he went crazy, and it would hurt me even more because so much time went on in between of me avoiding it, of Squidward and I avoiding it. You see what I'm saying? This is what worked for me. I noticed that my heart would drop a little bit less to where it doesn't drop at all anymore. I don't think about the situation. I definitely can tell that I've healed tremendously because I don't have to wonder, because I don't have to fake it. I can sit in my hurt. I could sit and face what hurt me, so I can see that I'm stronger. Don't stalk, don't become obsessed, don't compare, but don't be afraid to face it, okay? Peace, love, and applesauce. Bye.
Little girl, I'm 26 years old. One of the best things I feel I've ever learned how to do as a woman is walk away. Walk away from people that don't see your worth. Walk away when you find yourself overgiving. Walk away when you find yourself performing. Walk away when you walk away. Save your peace. Your mental is everything. I feel like as women, we are taught to abandon ourselves for everybody else. Learn when to walk away.
And when you choose you this time, don't you go back on that. Don't you dare go back on that. Don't compromise on that. Because all that love you've been giving away, you need that too. You deserve that too. You want that too. You've done enough for the ungrateful. You poured while your cup was empty. Now it's time to fall in love with you. Go make your dreams come true.
I'm passing the to a woman who survived everything that was supposed to break you. See, the devil thought he had you, but God already had his hands on you.
The more that you heal, the meaner you get. And this usually shows up in two specific ways. First, you stop over-explaining yourself. You stop softening your boundaries so other people feel comfortable. You don't say yes out of guilt anymore. You say yes because you actually want to. And you're not trying to be liked, chosen, or approved of. You're choosing yourself instead. And to the people who benefited from your previous lack of boundaries, that feels like you've changed. Second, you become ruthless with your energy. Not cold, not avoidant, just clear. You stop forcing connections that cost you your peace. You don't need closure conversations or dramatic exits. You just quietly disengage, because healing teaches you that peace is more important than proximity. So yeah, you might be a little bit meaner. You might seem bitchier, but really, you're just no longer available for chaos, manipulation, or self-abandonment. And that's not mean, that's growth.
So here's 5 signs you know you're healing, even if it doesn't always feel like it. Number 1, you stop explaining yourself. You realize your peace doesn't need permission, and your no longer comes with guilt or a paragraph. Number 2, you feel deeply, but you don't stay stuck there. You allow yourself to feel sadness, disappointment, anger, or grief, and then you choose to rise above instead of reliving. Number 3, your boundaries feel calm, not combative. You're no longer trying to prove a point. You're protecting your peace now, quietly and confidently. Number 4, you release people without hatred. You don't need closure conversations or revenge. You simply thank God for the lesson and let it go. Number 5, you start choosing yourself without apology. Rest, joy, solitude, growth. These are no longer luxuries. They are necessities. You go, girl.
I'm going to say this in the most humblest way. Do you know how strong you got to be to sit with what you feel and not run from it? Like, really sit in it? Not jump from person to person? Not distract yourself to feel okay? Not fake like you unbothered or pretend like everything is good? Just sit in it. Feel it. No rebound, no revenge, no fake posts just to prove you're over it. That kind of strength don't get talked about enough. It takes patience. It takes discipline. And most people ain't built for that kind of healing. Because healing ain't always pretty. Sometimes it looks like crying in silence, questioning everything, and still choosing not to go backwards. Sometimes it means waking up every day and fighting the urge to text the person who hurt you or returning to the situation that broke you, just because it's familiar. But every time you choose yourself over temporary comfort, you're rebuilding a version of you that can't be easily shaken. Anybody can numb that pain, but not everybody can face it head on. The people who sit with it, process it, and come out stronger on the other side don't just heal. They transform. And once you experience that kind of growth, you realize your peace is worth protecting at all costs.
In becoming more peaceful and having a more positive life, you have to let go of all the anger, all the problems, and all the things you've been through in the past. To truly start over, you really have to let go of all these resentments, angers, and even apologies you've never got. You have to learn to let go of them. One of the ways I did that was by taking therapy and also just taking a lot of time to be with myself and really figure out why I was feeling these things and what I can do to stop feeling them. When you leave everything behind and choose to move on, you are accepting that it is over. You're accepting that that time in your life is over and you want better for yourself. Acceptance is the first step in getting everything you ever wanted.
As a Black woman who is on her inner work, deep healing journey, I don't think we talk enough about how exhausting it is to heal when you come from a family that refuses to, where you come from a generation where so much has been normalized. Like, you start going to therapy, you start questioning the things that you were taught, you learn how to communicate differently, you learn how to set boundaries. And instead of people being happy that you're growing, it's almost like your growth becomes a threat. When you stop participating in the same patterns, it forces everyone else to look at themselves or convince themselves that you're the problem. It's easier for them to call you different or say that you've changed than it is to admit that maybe some of those old ways were harmful. And that's the part that's so draining to me. You're just trying to simply stop carrying things that were never yours to carry. And instead of people seeing your bravery and wanting to follow suit, they'd rather just sit in misery. They'd rather ignore their trauma and continue living in this victim mentality. And it's not even necessarily that they're trying to hurt you, it's just that change requires accountability. And accountability can be very uncomfortable for people, especially if you've spent your whole life surviving instead of reflecting. I'm slowly having to accept the fact that, like, not everyone wants peace. Also, just remind myself that loving people does not mean shrinking. You don't have to perform or shrink yourself back to your old version because you're trying to make someone else comfortable. Sometimes you just gotta break that cycle, even if you're the only one doing it.
Nobody talks about what rebuilding looks like. They just show you the before and after. Not the nights where you cry and then still have to show up. Not the part where you're healing and still feel broken at the same time. Everybody says, rebuild your life. Okay, but what does that mean step by step for the woman who is tired, triggered, and still has bills to? Step 1 is honesty, admitting to yourself, I am not okay, but I am not staying here either. Step 2 is separation. You start pulling away from what keeps you in survival, the conversations, the patterns, the habits, and suddenly you feel lonely, even though you prayed for peace. That is rebuilding. Step 3 is foundation. You start talking to God for real this time, not just when it hurts, but when it's quiet. You create routines that feel boring but keep you stable. Morning prayers, journaling, getting serious about your money. Step 4 is identity. You stop calling yourself broken and too much and start asking, who am I now that I survived this? You create new standards for love, for work, for how you showed up for yourself. Step 5 is building. Not hustling to prove a point, but building from clarity, launching the business, starting the brand, going back to school, having hard conversations, making decisions that match who God is molding you into. And that is why I created my own blueprint, to walk you through the shifts, step by step, from honesty to foundation to identity to building. So you are not just motivated for a week. You are actually changing how you move completely.
I'm not going to keep peace with everybody else and start a war within myself. I'm reflecting back what is natural for me, and I don't have to judge or condemn these versions of myself just to feel like I'm a good person. I am a great person. I also would like to go off on people. I also would like to curse people out. I would like to set boundaries, and I would like to not feel bad about it. I would like to say how I feel in the moment and not be the bigger person in the moment and feel like a coward when I got home because I didn't say anything. I played the bigger person. I kept the peace. There was a version of me that was like, I'm not willing to keep the peace anymore. If I gotta take out my sword and slay the demons of other people, then that's exactly what I'm gonna do without condemning myself, because condemnation is not required to heal. Condemnation is not required to evolve and to be full of light. Honestly, you can't even have the virtue of having light if you don't even acknowledge the darkness. The full integration, the full harmony is acknowledging all of ourselves, not just the parts of us that are accepted by society, not just the parts of us that make us feel good, and not just the parts of us that receive validation because the perception of other people accept us. I was performing to receive love in return. And then when I got home, only the mask received that love. I didn't feel it because I wasn't being authentic with who I was.
I don't know about y'all, but my awakening and my healing actually made me realize that I will make the most horrible patriarchal wife. Like, I would not be a good wife to have. And y'all, the craziest part is that I am absolutely okay with that. And it's not because I don't know how to love. And it's not because I'm bitter. And it's not because I hate men. I still like some of y'all. But it's because healing actually forced me to ask myself, like, what do I actually want? And y'all, for the most of my life, I thought being a wife was literally the goal. And then I realized that I did not actually want or desire the role that patriarchal marriage requires of you. I do not desire being responsible for another grown adult. I do not desire centering my life around a relationship, like at all. I do not desire carrying the mental or emotional load of the household because I'm the woman. I do not desire compromising. No, I do what I want and I get what I want. You know, I do not desire submitting to any human being on this earth, ever. I love my freedom. I love my solitude, and I love building my purpose. I absolutely enjoy and love having the autonomy over my own freedom, my own life, my own money, my energy, baby, my life. See, healing did not make me afraid of commitment. It actually just made me be honest. And being honest made me realize that I do not have to build the life that everybody else is building or what society tells you is success. And I'm at a point in my life, like, if that changes one day, that's beautiful. And if it doesn't, that's beautiful too. No, I realized that the goal is not to become somebody's wife. The goal is to become fully yourself. Then from that place, you get to choose your life instead of inheriting, somebody else's expectations.
If you are a woman on your healing journey, listen up. And yes, you absolutely should listen to me. Because not only am I a licensed therapist, but I have been where you have been. I went on about a 10-year healing journey, okay? And I've absolutely manifested a life that I literally have to pinch myself every morning because I just live in such gratitude and thanks. And so I'm going to give you a couple nuggets, and I really need you to take it in. I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, okay? Give me a hand. Give it here. When you are on your healing journey, you have to get used to people not liking the fact that you are healing. Because you have to understand that there are people that benefited from your brokenness. And you might have heard this before, but this is the part they don't tell you. Some people purposely mistreat you so that they can keep you stuck in that brokenness. And so, of course, they aren't going to encourage you when you start losing the weight, when you start upgrading your wardrobe, when you go back to school, when you get out of toxic relationships, when you develop a new skill, when you get an award, when you get a raise on your job, when you start your business, when you stop going to those same old tired spots where it's drama and chaos. Ugh. The people that want you to stay stuck are not going to celebrate those things, okay? And there are a lot of reasons, many, many reasons that people don't want you to get healthy. But y'all, we're not talking about them right now. We're talking about you. We're centering you. And so on your healing journey, get used to being alone. Get used to sitting out. Get used to not being invited. Oh, baby, that's a thing. And probably the weirdest thing that I personally learned on my healing journey, get used to people making you the villain when you literally have done nothing to them. And I mean nothing. See, they need these things to help them to justify their bullcrap. You know what I mean? So yeah, healing is rough. Ooh, it can be painful. It could be disappointing. Niece, it can even be lonely. But I'm here to tell you that, baby, it is worth it. It is worth every tear you have cried. It is worth every step you have taken in that gym on that Stairmaster. It is worth every cake, cookie, and pie that you put down because you are centering and prioritizing your health. It is worth every lonely night because eventually you're going to look up and see it won't be 10 years like it was for me. Because I'm going to sit here and I'm going to hold your hand and I'm going to hold space and help you through this journey together. So, if that sounds like something that you into, sis, just go ahead and give me a follow, okay? Because we have a lot of work to do. And we don't need to start Monday. We can start today. I love you real bad. Talk to you next time.
I'm going to say this in the most humblest way. What I've realized is that you don't heal by going out and getting drunk to forget. You don't heal by pursuing meaningless connections. You heal on the nights when you lay alone in your thoughts. On the weekends when you have no plans, the solo car drives with the music up loud and you're singing because nobody is listening. Through tears, through tough mornings, and sleepless nights. By doing all the hard work, that's the only way. Healing isn't always loud. Most of the time, it's invisible. It's choosing not to text the person you know is no good for you. It's breaking habits that once felt normal. It's forgiving yourself for the decisions you made when you didn't know any better. It's waking up and realizing that something that once used to destroy you doesn't have the same power anymore. That's when you know you're changing. Healing isn't about becoming a different person. It's about becoming a version of yourself that no longer accepts what broke you.
You're gonna have to do what's best for you, even when it feels like shit. You have to understand that what you tolerate and allow in your life is what you will get. When someone shows you who they are, when someone shows you that they don't care, when someone manipulates you, when someone is back and forth with you, hot and cold with you, whatever the circumstances may be, walk away. Do what you have to do. And it's not going to feel good. It's going to hurt because there's a bond there. There's some sort of bond there. I understand. But you have to. You have to. You can't continue to let people walk and stomp all over your heart and make you feel badly about yourself because they are unhealed. You can't do it. It's not fair to you. It's not even fair to them. Take a stand for yourself. Even when it hurts to let go, take a stand for yourself and walk away.
God says they're going to remove themselves. But as they're removing themselves, and as God is removing people from your table, God said what you don't know is that you have literally made room and cleared a pathway for the right ones to come sit at your table. My God, I'm speaking to somebody. God said the season of removal that you have been in, the season of isolation that you have been in, God said it was all preparation because the right people are getting ready to sit at your table. The right people that are going to honor you, the people that are going to value you, the people that are going to appreciate you from the first time they meet you, from the first time they see you. You're not going to have to go through a process of suffering. You're not going to have to go through a process of trying to prove your worth. You're not going to have to go through a process of none of that. God said the people that I'm bringing that are about to come sit at your table, the people that I'm bringing that are connected to your destiny, God said these are people that are going to help you. These are people that are going to propel you. These are people that are going to honor you.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. This healing shit get ugly. Like, this shit get ugly, and it take a special type of person to really take the time to learn who they are to go through with this shit. I know we all done been through some stuff in life, and we all got problems and traumas, and that's why there's so many fucked up people in the world, because people ain't really taking the time to get this shit up out of them, bro. It like, this shit get ugly, y'all. Some days be better than others, and it ain't even called depression. It's like, you know how when you got a wound, and the wound, when you first get it, it be a little cut. Then when it's healing, before it get like a burn, before it get healed, it look real bad and it get real ugly. That's because you heading in the right direction. That means it's healing. And that's something I ain't scared to show. I ain't trying to be perfect, because I know my story and why God got me where he got me at. And my whole life, this shit has been for me to get out here and reach some people and speak on this shit. Like, y'all gotta take this time to heal and stop trying to hide this shit and sweep this shit up under the rug, man. Y'all gotta get this shit out. This shit get hard. This shit get real. This shit get ugly. And you don't know how long this shit take. But you gotta see this shit through, man. Because I'm telling you, I just know when I get there, that shit gonna be worth it, man. This ain't even about no man. This ain't about no other person. This shit really for me. Like, this for myself, my kids, to be the best version I can be of myself
when I do this, it's about God. I don't see nobody else. I ain't doing this shit for nothing else other than for me, the reward that I know gonna come from it.
Being in isolation with myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get, a lot of people are afraid to sit with themselves. A lot of people like to call it like shadow work, because a lot of us have the tendency to like project onto other people, or we'll experience something and want to point the finger and play victim and all that stuff. And it really took me stepping outside of that and going back to fucking childhood. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the root of, why do I feel this way about this? Why is this really bothering me anyways? You know what I'm saying? And just really just getting to the root of everything. You know, we have our triggers. You got to get to the root of them, because it's really not the person that's triggering you. It's some shit that's deep down in. Yeah.
I'm not even rushing my healing stage anymore. Like, I'm literally just going with the flow of it. Some days I cry, some days I journal, some days I don't say shit at all. But every day I'm trying, for real. Healing is a journey. Like, you just go through the motions. Like, I'm just going through the motions. Like, it ain't no time limit on it. Like, today I signed up for therapy, and I'm excited about it, but, you know, I'm just going through the motions. Like, I ain't in no rush. As long as I make progress every day, like, I'm just trying to be 1% better every day. And I'm cool with that. Like, I'm good. God's not rushing me, so why am I rushing myself? Like, he's in no rush. He already got my life planned out for me. Like, some days I feel really strong. Some days I feel sad and weak. But that's just how it is, I guess. Like, it's just a journey. Like, it's literally just a journey. I'm just showing up. And that's enough. Like, that's still progress. Like, I'm just showing up every day.
What is one thing you are no longer apologizing for?
Myself. I refuse. I'm not doing that anymore. Fuck that shit. I am all of this woman. I am every bit of it. I am a mother. I am a daughter. I am vulnerable. I am aggressive. I am submissive. I am a learner. I am dumb. I am figuring it out as I go. I'm enjoying my ride. I say wee often. I sleep when I can. You know, I put my feet in grass. Like, I hang with really amazing people that love me for real, for real. I pay my bills. I go on dope vacations. I do a lot of dope shit on a regular, because I think that's what's supposed to happen. And I enjoy it. I'm a woman enjoying my life. And I don't know what else to tell you.
I'm gonna be your mom for a second. Honey, it is time to let go. It's over. Let go and let God. When worry comes in, trust him. He's got you. You cannot be your radiant self holding on so tightly to something that no longer serves you. So bye-bye. Let it go and see what God has for you.
I've never really have functioned in self-love. I've never really functioned in self-acceptance. And this is my time to learn what that is. You know, I need to learn who I am outside of my trauma, from the childhood trauma, then the, adult trauma. I've never been here before. I would like to see myself the way God intended me to see myself. Not through the reflection of anyone else right now, you know what I mean? Really just through the eyes of God.
You gotta get to the point where you say, fuck the story. You gotta get to the point on your healing journey where the story just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why they did it. It doesn't matter how old you were. It doesn't matter who, what, when, where, why, how. It doesn't matter at all. Where does that pain live in my body? Can I bring my awareness to that pain, and can I release it? That's the only thing that matters, because really the only way to heal, the only way to move forward is to be present. Bring your body into the present moment where acknowledging that pain lives in your body, in your nervous system, and release it. That's all you have to do. I don't need the apologies. I don't need the reasons. I don't need the forgiveness. I just need to know where it lives in my body. Fuck the story. Be here, be now, move forward, be free.
Here are 5 random signs that you're actually healing. 1. You no longer feel the need to randomly announce your plans to everyone you meet. You see, I've noticed this trend where the more people heal, the more private they become. And 2, an extension of that is that you stop searching for other people's reactions. Because when you heal, you realize how little other people's opinion matters. 3, you are no longer extremely uncomfortable with small talk. Not everything has to have meaning. And not everything has to have depth. 4, you go to the gym not to punish yourself, but because you care about yourself. Same goes for eating healthy. And number 5, you enjoy wearing makeup and you enjoy being barefaced. Neither is actually polarizing.
Follow us for more.
When you've been through exhaustion.
Am I the only one that feels like since healing or undergoing the healing journey that the dating pool has turned into a koi pond? And it's not a bad thing, because I think once you get to a place where you feel like you don't need anything from anyone because you fill yourself up, you feel whole within, you don't really need external validation, you don't really need someone to validate your existence, and you're okay with being alone. It's like, I'm alone but I'm not lonely type of energy. But I have noticed, and I have been so okay with being by myself that I'm not even trying to date anyone, but I do notice when I attract people, it lasts maybe 2 seconds, because I don't know, I really just don't know. It's just like, I think people in this day and age are so used to people chasing them, or that anxious energy, or feeling like they have so many options that women should throw themselves at them. And it's just like,
I'm not interested in that. And I don't even have to assert that boundary out loud, because I feel like once you get to a certain place, your energy speaks for you. Like, your energy is going to let people know off rip they cannot come play with you. It is just this energetic quiet, this calm that says, yeah, if you want to be here and be in my space, you're going to have to show up, and you're going to have to show up authentically, and you're going to have to be whole and full in yourself, because you can't be looking for validation from me either. Because what I can do is I can meet you where you are. I can meet you in peace. I can meet you in wholeness, and we can grow and build from there. But the problem is, most people are not in that space, and I feel like it's becoming painfully obvious that this pool is very, 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 very small. But I also feel like if you have been the type of person that's been called into your life to not settle, to not just, go with what you think works for now, like, our time is coming. I just think that it's all about alignment at this point. And when you start dating for alignment and you start choosing relationships based off alignment and not need or not validation, I think that life just becomes so much more full and joyous. But I think everything is going to work out just fine for us.
If I could give one piece of advice to any woman watching this, it would be, don't spend so much time hating the way that you look that you forget everything else you have to offer. Don't lie awake at night wishing you were skinnier, wishing your skin was clearer, you looked like this person or that person, when there is creativity bursting at the seams inside of you. Love waiting to be given to so many people. A spark that is so undeniably going to get you everything you want in this life, if you stop getting in your own way. I wish I could tell every single woman watching this, even myself, that how you look is the least interesting thing about you.
What's the bravest thing you ever said?
Help. Asking for help isn't giving up. It's refusing to give up.
Sis, you know what? There's going to come a point in time on your journey where you're going to say, I want better for myself. Not for a man, not for your family, your parents, your friends, your communities, no one but yourself. You're going to come to a point where you're going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired, sis. And trust me, I know all about that. My name is Jamesia, and I am your favorite comedic yoga teacher and energy healer. I help Black women heal their mind, body, and spirit, and shift their mindset from a queen to a goddess. When you're wanting better for yourself, sis, you may want to be healthy. You may want to expand your worldview. You may want to experience internal peace. You may want to start all over. Being sick and tired of being sick and tired will be the very thing that will make you shift and jump to a whole new lifestyle, a whole new timeline, and a whole new way of existing. We come to these conclusions when we are just tired of the monotonous way of living, repetitively, every day, doing the same thing, and not seeing the fruits of our labor, not growing, not evolving, not feeling fulfilled. But we really want to feel fulfilled. And I genuinely believe that the beautiful thing about social media, in my opinion, is that we can hear the same messages over and over again in our lives at different points. But sometimes the right message hit at the right time when you need it the most. So we could have heard the same message for 100 times. But today might be the message that you need to hear to finally click in your mind that you want something different. You want to become healthier. You want to experience more peace. You want to start healing from your trauma, sis. So if this is you, this message is for you because you want better for yourself. So if you want to be healthy, sis, start looking at the gyms you want to go to. Start looking up free workouts on YouTube. Start looking at healthy recipes that you would like to cook. Start creating the goals, the health goals that you want for yourself. If you want to start working on your trauma and healing from your trauma, start looking up therapists. Start looking up different energy healers. I believe that you can do both and that you should do both. Therapy and some type of healing work. If you want to start expanding and challenging your way of thinking, sis,
Start reading books, listening to podcasts, going to events and conferences where there are keynote speakers and fireside chats. Start expanding your way of thinking, your worldview, or you can even travel. If you want to learn how to experience more internal peace, start going to yoga classes, meditation classes, wellness classes, sound bowl healing classes. All of these modalities are going to help you relax your nervous system and get you back into alignment and start experiencing that internal peace that you're wanting to experience. If you align with this video, my intention is to align with people who are ready to hear this message, who are ready to change, who are ready to shift their mindset from a queen to a goddess. So I'm going to provide you with 5 ways of how to step into your better. Number 1, what is your why? Write down your why. Why do you want to heal? Why do you want to expand your worldview? Why do you want to be healthy? Why do you want to experience more peace? Why do you want to have more money? Why do you want to be the best version of you? What is your why? Number 2, write down your goals. So you're going to write these goals down so we know what we're working towards. How are we going to get there? What are we going to do every day to ensure that we move closer to our goals? Number 3, research. You want to research people who are in alignment with the goals that you set for yourself. Research podcasters that are healthy-minded people. Research books and authors. Research health and wellness coaches. Research healers. Research yoga teachers, meditation practitioners. Research sound bowl practitioners. Research these people who do these things and that align with your goals so they can help you achieve your goals and hold yourself accountable. You're going to use these people, even if they're on the internet and they're not in real life, you're going to use them as accountability partners, guides, and teachers to help motivate you and inspire you to continue to move forward towards your goals. Number 4, what would my higher self do? This is the question that you're going to constantly ask yourself. When you find yourself slipping back into old habits, when you find yourself becoming stuck or feeling like you're stuck, you're going to ask yourself the question, what would my higher self do in this situation? And so this is going to be something that you strive for every day to become. You're integrating law of assumption. You're assuming the position. You are assuming and integrating yourself into your higher self. The version of you that's disciplined. The version of you that shows up, even if they don't feel like it. The version of you that says, I'm committed. The version of you that says, no matter what obstacles or challenges in my way, I know that I'm going to overcome this because I believe in myself. And the more you start making decisions from that perspective, the more you are aligning yourself with your higher version of you. You see how that works? And number 5, sis, find a group of like-minded women who are going to root for you on your journey, who are going to hold you accountable, who are going to encourage you, inspire you, uplift you, and motivate you, and hold you accountable to the goals that you set for yourself. If you are looking for something like that, I would love to invite you to join my Sacred Goddess Sanctuary monthly membership. In this membership, we are going to uplift, empower, provide you with different resources on your journey, your healing journey, your self-care and self-love journey. We're going to provide you with ancient wisdom from an ancient African perspective of how to be your best self, how to evolve, how to glow up, how to level up, and how to work on any wounds that you may be experiencing and how to work through that. Now, if this is a group that's of interest to you, I would love to invite you to join today. So just comment the word goddess and I will see you on the inside. Okay, sis? That's all I got. TTYL.
You know what, guys? I'm glad these ladies actually shared parts of their healing journey. I think every video was actually beautiful, and we've probably all been there in some way, shape, or form, whether it's childhood, because sometimes you could be angry in the present, but in your thoughts, it'll take you back to childhood. There could be things back then that you need to heal from. It's just a lot of different things, guys. But whatever it is, take your time, heal, reinvent yourself. And as the last lady said, once you're done or as you're doing it, you're going to go from a queen to a goddess. So guys, this is where I leave you. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.